Hi, I am Shikiri. Welcome to my channel. Uh, Today's video, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be discussing. Yes, I'm gonna be discussing about my experience in obtaining my U.S. citizenship. I tried to apply in November, and we are in February, and I just got in on Friday. So it took about 3 to 4 months. Um, So the first step is to fill out an application. I did it online. You can also print papers. You just have to make sure it goes with the year you are in. Like if I applied in 2020, on the top, I think it's the right hand corner on top, it says 2020 or 21. It has to be just right. It has to be right, because if it's wrong, they're just gonna return it to you. So that after I filled an application, I um I just sent it. I just saved it. It's like submitting it online on their website. I um I had to pay fees. It's like $700 on top. Um I'm gonna write the exact number on a screen later, but for now let's just keep going. After that, in December, they sent me a letter that is saying that they're gonna be using my old biometric, so a fingerprint. They did not take me my fingerprints because there was a COVID, and there was a time they were trying to open their office, figuring figuring out the things that and how they were gonna do, like a regular day at the UCC office, how it was gonna be, except there was COVID, and they just wanted to change the way they worked, just to make the office function around the pandemic. So they said that they were gonna reuse my old one because I recently did one for my job. They just take it. Your fingerprint, it's in a system, so if you recently took it, it's there. So that was a boost. And the next few weeks, they sent me a letter that saying that in January I'll be taking my US citizenship test. It's a test that I've been practicing for 6 years. When I got here, people would tell me that they're citizen. That was like the most priceless thing you can tell me that I had to have. But the catch was you have to live here for 5 years or 6 to be able to have it. And if you didn't understand English or write it, that was off limit. So I practiced English, I practiced writing it. I was also focused on my school, but that was something that was back on my mind. I focused on my US history. It did not make any sense at first because I couldn't really understand English very well. Even now, that words that are hard, but when they're hard, I ask them to explain it to me. And when it's possible, I try to remember new words every day. So after I did my test, it was not hard for me personally because I had this app. I practiced every time I got a chance. Even if I was in shower, I would take my phone and put it in a Bluetooth speaker and just listen to it. We would say a question and I will respond with an answer, and like about 3 seconds, It would just tell you the right answer, and I would know if I got it wrong or if I got it right. It was like a fun game, except it was with history, you know. But I had to finish it because it was about time. So after I passed it, I was scared. During the interview, I was terrified. Even today, I can't remember the questions that I answered to, except the one that they asked me what Susan B. Anthony did, which is fight for the women's rights. I I still remember that one. Um, Other things they just slipped. I was like, it's something that I had to get through, even though I knew. So I can't really imagine how the person who speak a little English. I feel like I speak little English, but there's someone who speak even little English than me. So I think you have to like take your time until you're confident, because on a on application, when you do it online, they ask you to um to use an attorney, and it costs money. Um, so it's better to practice English and do it yourself, because you have to spend a lot of money on someone to help you obtain a citizenship. Um, um, and Online, personally, it's better to do it online on the account, and form your online account, your own, because then you will be able to see the process of of your of your documents or citizenship. Then there is a time they send you letters telling you if they saw your application, what you should do next, when you will appear. Uh, those things can be found on your online account, but if you don't have it and you lose your knowledge forms, it will be hard for you. So having a online account, you can go back and print it even if you lost the other one. After passing it, as I already said, they told me that they're gonna submit my application to be approved. Even though I passed my test, I was not really approved to have a U.S. citizenship. They review and submit again for someone, and after that, they send me another letter saying I will be appealing at the UCC office to have my naturalization. It's a very good day to celebrate, and I celebrated. In my experience, I have attended about 3 naturalization, and they all had many, close to 50-40 people getting their citizenships. And all those people, they invite their families, they and friends. They get a chance to take pictures with judge, and the judge have a time to really go deep in U.S. history, telling them how to live alongside with the Constitution. It's like another orientation towards American history. But they also like go outside freely, take pictures. It's a celebration. But for me, my day, I was me with my mom, 2 people. I was actually gonna go with myself, just by myself. My mom suggested that she was gonna come with me. I didn't realize how it was gonna help me a lot. But the problem is she was not allowed to come inside, because they said only a person who's getting a citizenship can get it inside, since there's COVID. So it was snowing. I had to leave her in the car alone. I would turn it on turn on and off. I was petty on the gas because we were driving about 20 miles. I already used it. I didn't know how long I was gonna spend inside, so they were letting in 5 people at a time or 3, because and before you get inside, there was these officers who are very nice. They congratulate you on having a citizenship. They it's they've been with you. They saw you getting your first green card, because they got there about 3 times to sometimes to take your biometric picture, just appealing there first. It's they see you, it's like you're a growing kid, and now you're obtaining a certificate, becoming an adult. Yeah. And so they are very nice. They search you as usual in the government houses. They search you everywhere. Shoes off, jackets off, belt off. Yeah. And so they did it one by one, and we get inside. We refill our address and making sure that's like signing in, and we I think, yeah, we went right away to meet the judge, who was very kind, uh very inviting. He told us his name, and very excited to see us. But we were like about 10 feet from him, and he was behind the glass, behind the counter, almost in the next room. He was in a different room than us, and he asked us to share our stories. Like when we came here, where we are from, how long. I think that's the same as when. Yeah. If we have siblings, if we are here with our families, where we work, like just a little intimate conversation with the judge. That then after we finished, we were about 4 girls. Other people were waiting outside to get in as well, and he shared his story. He says his grandparents also came to United States as immigrants, and he was the first kid to go to college in his family. And he stressed on the fact that we should always tell our stories. We should never forget our story. We should keep it as a foundation for our new status or a new identity, but never forget it, because our life, our past, are not to be erased for any reasons, because they made us who we are. We lived through with it. So don't forget your story too. They tell us to move on and stuff, but how can you last 2 decades, 1 decade, 5 years of your life remembering? Nothing is wrong with the remembering. I'm starting to believe it. So he didn't get to tell all those constitution things. He did not get to it. He was just passing through, and they just right away they asked us to check if the information on the certificate is right, and we just say goodbye to the judge and we get out. We didn't get to take a picture with the judge. I was really disappointed. It's like one of those pictures you just keep in your album and say, oh, that's a judge who we met when we were getting our citizenship. That's it's like a memory thing you keep just to remember the day and how special it was. And I'm happy that we had our moment to get the citizenship. But in the court, the one people go in the courtroom, the big one, giant one, the only day nobody is getting arrested, but they're getting rewarded. The day when the witness are there to support you from both sides. No defendant, no the other person. They are all there to support you. No one is going to jail, even if the judge is present. It's just a good mood. It's a very beautiful ceremony, and I wish that in the past other people get a chance to have that ceremony. It's just that important. So my video ends right here, and if you watched it, please subscribe to my channel. My parents, my sisters, they don't know, so I heard it from everybody. But I'm really interested in immigration. I came with it, and I think it's gonna be on my side. It's something I'm really enjoying. It's the stories that I like to tell. Thank you very much. Bye bye.